Hey, what's up, guys? I hope y'all are having a good day. I just wanted to talk about some ball. Um, First game I was going to I pretty much this changed about ball in NFL, college. If y'all any if y'all have any topics in the comments y'all want me to talk about, I'll do that too. But this is gonna be a ball talk channel. I have a PlayStation, but I used to do gaming, and I don't feel like it's what I want to do anymore. I wanted to talk about these games that were college games on Saturday. So many great games, so many. It was crazy. The first one I'm going to talk about, USC in Illinois. Makai Lemon, man, dude is an absolute monster, bro. That dude can catch anything that's near his hands, bro. Oh my god, I saw that dude catch so many great passes. It was insane. That game was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth the whole game. Halftime, I think it was 13-10, and dude, they just started scoring in the second half. They put up a lot of points. USC had the lead, and then Luke Altmaier in Illinois, they drove downfield and kicked a field goal and won it. Great game. That was one of the great games. That was such a great game. They bounced back from that Indiana loss. Dude, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I thought USC had it in the bag. I really did. Even though it was at Illinois, but I thought they had it in the bag. Notre Dame, Saturday, pretty crazy. I never thought I would see Sam Pittman not be Arkansas's head coach, but he got fired this morning. Rick Pitino, as you may know, he was formerly Arkansas's head coach in 2009 to 2011, but I don't see them doing much this year, to be honest. They have a pretty good team. Taylor Green's a stud. They just had some fumbling issues in the Memphis game, and they just ain't looked that good. Notre Dame shellacked them. That wasn't even close. I watched that game too. Pittsburgh and Louisville, man. Pittsburgh had a lead for a while. They had a lead for a while. I thought they were going to win it, and they didn't. Eli Holstein's a good quarterback. Great quarterback matchup. Eli Holstein, Miller Moss. I watched that one a little bit, but I was mainly focused on the USC Illinois game. Yeah, Miller Moss had 339 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's great stat line. Bell had 10 catches for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. It's great stat lines from both quarterbacks. 2 picks. You can't really have 2 picks. If you're 3-1 ratio, you're gonna win most games. But if it's a 2-2 ratio, you can't. If it's 50, you can't do that. The 230 games is what kicked it off. Vanderbilt's 5-0. Illinois bounced back from their losses. Notre Dame's playing better against weaker competition, of course, but they're playing better. I'm gonna give them credit. I watched a little bit of the Vanderbilt game. It was like when the other games were on halftime. Pavia looked good. Sherrill looked good. That receiver for them. I think they were at 28-10. I want to say something like that. But yeah, Utah State was hanging in there for a little while, and then Sherrill, Junior Sherrill, I believe. Yep, Junior Sherrill. Yeah, dude, he just kept on catching them, bro. I was impressed. I was really impressed with Bandy. They play my Alabama this weekend. It's on, or next week. This next weekend, it's at game day. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't think Vandy's got a better team than last year. I think I think they're going to probably have 8 or 9 wins this year. Vandy's really good. Vandy ain't no slouch this year. Mississippi State's a good team too. Ole Miss LSU game, it really wasn't as close as the score was. Ole Miss controlled 90% of that game. I watched that whole game. Ole Miss controlled 90% of that game. Indiana, I seen Indiana play Illinois last week, and they shellacked them. But I didn't watch them this week. Iowa always has a pretty good defense. I watched Iowa against Rutgers, I want to say, and they won. That was a good game too. Yeah, that's a good team. That's a hard team to beat at home. They're a really good team at home. I think Indiana's better than they was last year. And Ole Miss, man, that what's his name? Chambliss, something like that. He's from Ferris State. What's that quarterback's name? Yeah, Chambliss. He looked really good. He's a transfer from Ferris State because Austin Simmons got hurt, and he's been lighting it up. He had 314 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. But the pick really wasn't his fault. It got tipped up in the air and then caught by LSU DB. I thought the defense for what surprised me the most is the defense for Ole Miss stepped up big time in this game. I guess Arkansas just has that good of an offense. I don't know, but I thought Ole Miss. I had Ole Miss winning this game, but I thought their defense would struggle a little bit, but they didn't. They kept LSU down. I was pretty impressed by that victory. It wasn't as close as the scoreboard was. They could have really took it to them. But it was a good game. It was Ohio State and Washington was a defensive slugfest in the first half. Then Jeremiah got in the rhythm. The defense was great the whole game. They didn't let that quarterback for Washington run the ball. I was really impressed. I thought Washington would give them a game. I didn't think they'd blow them out, but they did 24-6. I mean, it ain't blowout, but it's not close. It was close up until the fourth quarter. Yeah, they scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. I think it was 3-7.5, 3-10, something like that. I watched a little bit of that game. I didn't watch too much of it because there's so many great games on Saturday. It was insane. That's one of the best. This is one of the best Saturdays of all time I've ever watched. Honestly, Auburn's defense, man. I don't like Auburn as an Alabama fan, but I'm not gonna be biased. Auburn's defense is really, really good. They're really, really good. Auburn has a better defense than Notre Dame, and usually don't expect that out of Auburn. Auburn has a really good defense. They kept Marshall really from really doing anything. But Jackson Arnold, man, he was under duress 99.9% of the game, 18 for 33. It just won't win you games. 125 yards. The running backs didn't give him much help. Cam Coleman only had 4 catches for 18 yards. When your best receiver is only giving you 18 yards, that just won't cut it. I thought they played better on offense against Oklahoma, and the refs kind of beat them in that game, to be honest. And I can't stand Auburn, but I'm not a biased person. And I didn't watch really at the Tennessee and Mississippi State game. I watched quite a bit. Mississippi State led pretty much the whole game, had control most of the game. I thought it was a really good game by Mississippi State. I thought they had him, man. They had him right in their grasp. It's kind of like the way I know it's just two different teams playing. This is not Georgia, but it was kind of like the Georgia and Tennessee game. They kind of like stole it from them. Mississippi Mississippi State was leading 90% of this game, and Tennessee stole it from them. I'll give them credit. Mississippi State's a lot better team than they've been the last couple of years. They got a transfer running back, Fluff Bothwell, transferred in from South Alabama. He's really good. Joey Aguilar had a pretty good game. I think he had 2 picks, I want to say. But he lit it up in the yards. Chris Braswell's always been killing it. That dude's going to be a high draft pick in a couple years. Dude's a stud. He's a straight up baller, dude. He's 6'3", something like that. 6'3", and he catches everything. Dude's going to be a baller in the NFL level. I want to see their stats real quick. Yeah, Mike Matthews had a good game. The tight end had some crucial catches. Braswell had that big catch that got brought back. Yeah, he had 1 touchdown, 2 picks, but it was a great game, man. Blake Shackman played pretty well. Fluff Bothwell is the truth. He is the truth. He reminds me of not Aston Genty, but he reminds me of Sony Michel. He reminds me of Sony Michel a little bit. Fluff Bothwell does. He really does, honestly. Back when Sony Michel was at Georgia, that's what he reminds me of. That's who he reminds me of. Sony Michel at Georgia. They played their hearts out, but they lost in OT. They got a 1-play touchdown in OT. Tennessee did on the first play of overtime, and couldn't convert. Blake Shapen couldn't convert on 4th down. They had it in the bag too, man. I couldn't. I thought they had it, but no. I didn't really watch the Arizona and Iowa State game, but I watched Iowa State, Kansas State. I've been trying to get to watch. It's hard. It's hard to watch 20 games a day. But I try to watch most games I can for the big games. But I've seen most of these teams this year. Iowa State, they got a good team. I think Texas Tech and Iowa State's the leader in the Big 12 pretty easily in my mind. I watched BYU play Colorado. I just don't think they have enough on offense. I think their defense is pretty good for BYU. Oh, there's another game I ain't talked about. TCU was undefeated. They got beat by Arizona State. That was a great game. I watched both of those. And Virginia stormed the field. I'm glad Score White's okay because that looked very, very dangerous. The one I didn't watch was Houston and Oregon State. I watched Houston beat Colorado, actually, and they looked pretty good. Demolished them. They didn't beat them. They demolished Colorado. That was a great game. But I didn't really watch it, so I can't really have an opinion on it. I watched the Oregon and Penn State game. That was a great game. I feel like Oregon controlled most of that game. What's up with Nick Singleton, man? He only had, 24 rush yards on 12 attempts or something like that? Something wild. I thought he would control the game. Him and Katron Allen, I thought he would control the game. Yeah, 11 carries for 21 yards. And the receivers didn't look that great. Yeah, Oregon controlled most of this game. Oregon had a stranglehold on Penn State, and I thought it'd be the other way around. I thought from that Big Ten championship game, I thought they'd have a stranglehold on them. That wasn't the case at all. It got into overtime, but I was Penn State played a lot better in the second half, but Oregon controlled most of this game, to be honest. It was a good game, though. Dante Moore, he's one of the front runners for Heisman. I would say, for me personally, uh, at quarterback, Mendoza for Indiana, Dante Moore, Makai Lemon, and Ty Simpson, I would say, is a front runner for the Heisman. You could put Jeremiah Smith in there. He's been good this year, too. That running back for Missouri, dang it, I can't think of his name right this second, but he's been great. Let's see what he did today. Not today, Saturday. I'm recording this on a Monday. I was going to talk about the NFL games tomorrow. I'm going to watch the Bengals and the who the Bengals play, and I know the other one, Dolphins and Jets. Bengals play somebody. Can't remember who they play. But yeah, Pabula, man, I think Penn State messed up. I think they should have let Drew Aller transfer personally and then kept Bo Pabula because he's been playing great. Even when it's not as competition, he's been playing great for Missouri. Missouri's got a good team, really good team. Yeah, Ahmad Hardy. He had 24 carries, 130 yards, 5.4 yards per carry is great. If you get 5 yards per carry every game, you're going to win most games. That's in the turnover margin. If you win the turnover margin and get more rush yards, most of the time you win the game. He had 3 touchdowns. I know it's UMass, but dude, he's been balling out against everybody. He's a really great player. I watched him for the Heisman, Ahmad Hardy, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson. Rocco Beck could be in the conversation, but I don't think he's there. Joey Aguilar could be there. Julian Sand could be there. Chambliss could be there. That's generally the people I can think of. That Lemon. I think Lemon should be the front runner for Heisman. Dude is balled out. I'm gonna show you all the stat lines for Makai Lemon, dude. He's been absolutely insane. I think he's gonna be a top 5 pick in the draft. He's that good. If you ain't watched that kid play, dude, he is so freaking good. He reminds me of Devontae Smith, honestly. He reminds me of and I can't even really say better hands than Devontae Smith because Devontae Smith's got great hands. But he's really, really great. Yeah, he had 11 catches for 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's balling out. Mayava, 364 yards. He had a crucial pick towards the end of the game that really set him back. I can't believe another game that was really close, Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. What's his name? Transfer from Auburn. Dang it, what's his name? He played Robbie Ashford. I know I can think of it. Robbie Ashford, he got hurt in that game, and it messed up Wake Forest momentum. It looked like they're going, for the longest, it looked like Wake Forest is going to beat them. But he couldn't really run anymore. He had to be a pocket passer. Not really Robbie Ashford. He's a great runner and a pretty good passer. It's not really his fit for an offense. But hey, hats off to him. You almost beat a really good team in Georgia Tech. So, hats off. Yeah, like I said, Marcel Reed had a pretty good game. Concepcion had a good game. Um, that A&M defense had a really good game. It was a great defensive game. Defense slugfest, really was. Auburn almost had a pick six. It was a great game. UCLA got beat by Northwestern. That's funny. Those poor. If you're a Northwestern or UCLA fan, I'm sorry, or a West Virginia fan, but I mean, at least West Virginia's got to win against Pittsburgh, and that's your rival in the back row brawl. So at least you got that going on for you. But whew, that just shows how good Texas Tech is stopping that offense. I think Texas Tech is the top 10 team this year. I don't think they get enough credit. I really don't. Going into Utah, people don't usually go into, unless Utah is really, really bad. People usually don't go into Utah and win. That's a really hard team to beat at their place. Yeah, I thought Arizona played better, man, but they didn't. Um, Boise State look like they playing better on offense. Dang, why does it keep turning? I didn't watch the. I watched the BYU and Colorado game. I didn't watch the Kentucky and South Carolina game. I watched a bunch of games, but that's just one of them I didn't watch. Yeah, that backup quarterback for Kentucky kind of sucks. Laura Settler really didn't have that great of a game, surprisingly. He was great. He's very efficient, but he didn't. He was great rush yards, 14 for 81. It's really good. That's really solid. Nick Harbor only had one catch. Wow. I mean, Kentucky's got a good defense, so they. They almost beat Ole Miss on their defense alone. So, and I feel like they played Ole Miss better on defense than LSU did today. But that was an Austin Simmons game. No, I think Chambliss came in to win that game, I want to say. Dang it. I'm not trying to click on Virginia Tech and YouTube. No offense to people who are friends with them. BYU and Colorado was a great game. It came down to the wire. That quarterback is really good for BYU. I don't know against some really good defensive teams if BYU has enough on offense. Oh, there's another team I should have went in order. I think I did talk about Virginia. Tommy Castellanos, both of them dueled it out, man. It was a game. Some mistakes by Florida State hurt them bad, but it was a great game. Give all Chandler Morris and Virginia, bro, that coach Tony Elliott, give all the credit to them. They had a great game. Great game plan going in the game on a Friday night. Usually ranked teams lose on a Friday night going into a place. Tough environment. It was loud. It was a good game. So many great games this weekend. So many, bro. It was such a fun weekend to watch college football and just watch it and watch it. I don't think there was another game on. I think there was another game. Oh, wait. Alabama beat Georgia in Athens. That's what I forgot about. Oh my god. Nah, I'm kidding. I watched that whole game. It was a great game. I give Georgia a lot of credit. It was a great game. We controlled most of that game, especially the first half. We controlled the first half. But in the second half, Georgia got on business. That turnover cost them that drop. But we had a drop by Ron Williams. That was crucial in that game. Isaiah Horton came up big. Ty Simpson came up big. Their running backs killed us. We cannot stop them on the ground to save our lives. Their running backs are really good. Bowens and Nate Frazier. Don't think they have the same. I think what Georgia's problem was last year is they didn't have the receivers they have this year. I think they have a lot better receivers this year, but they don't have Carson Beck. And he's the strength. He's the drink that stirs the offense. Like he's a really good control of the offense. Like I think they're really hurting without him this year. I know they lost with him last year against Alabama, but I don't think it was really on him. I think it was on his receivers. And they don't have the tight ends like Brock Bowers like they used to. But it was a great game. I was stressing the whole time. I was like, uh-oh. I was stressing the whole time, bro. But I give credit to Georgia, man. Georgia's got a good defense. They need to fix their pass rush. Our offensive line is what kind of owned them in the passing game. But Ty Simpson, Jam Miller coming back was huge. Not really for the rushing game. He played pretty good rushing, but the passing game and pass pro and then them sets were really good. Proctor made a great play on that screen pass down the sideline. That shit was so funny. That was so funny. Kevin Riley, I feel like, is our best back, honestly. I think A.K. Deere is our best back, to be perfectly honest, but he's a true freshman, and I don't think they want to give him the keys yet. But I think once Jam Miller leaves, they're going to give him the keys. I think A.K. Deere is our best back, truthfully. I think Lazzie Brooks is a Waddle clone, bro. That dude's tough. He's quick. Dude's really quick. I bet you he's got 4.3, 4.4 speed, bro. I ain't even lying. That dude is really quick. Bernard made some big catches. Everybody contributed in that game. That's what you need to beat Georgia. That's what you need to beat Georgia. It was a great game though. Georgia, they got off slow. He had 9.9 yards per carry. Bowens did 12 rushes for 100, almost 120 yards, 119 yards. McCray played pretty good. Nate Frazier killed us when he was in. Dylan Bell had that good run down the sideline. They didn't kill us in the passing game. I feel like we did great stopping the pass. They had that one wide open play to Kobe Young, wasn't it? Yeah. That one really wide open play to Kobe Young. And other than that, we didn't really give up any big plays. In the running game we did, but not in the passing game. I think what really messed up Georgia was going for it, 4th and 1, when they should have just kicked the field goal. But there was still 13 minutes left. I mean, Kirby trusts his defense. He just trusts his team. So, I mean, I can't. If you're a Georgia fan, you can't really blame him for trusting his team. So, he's been in those situations before, but he has a problem with Bama. I mean, Bama's just usually the best team. He plays in the conference. Bama knows him, man. We always give them a great game. We most of the time beat them. We're 10-1 in the last 11 games. I'm proud of Alabama, man. I'm so proud of that team Saturday. I don't know why I keep thinking of yesterday. Recording this on a Monday. But it was a great win. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite game from this weekend. Mine personally was the Georgia and Alabama game, but I don't know about y'all's. Let me know in the comments. Or the USC and Illinois game was really good. Both of those games were really good. The Ole Miss and LSU game was good. The Auburn and A&M game was kind of boring. Same as the Ohio State and Washington. I never thought, even when Washington got up 3-0, I never thought Ohio State was going to lose that game. Not for 1 second. But Washington had them 3-0 for a while. That's kind of what you expect. Freshman on the road for the second time, I want to say. Second or first time? Probably first time. I think the biggest loser this week is Penn State and James Franklin. Can't win the big games, man. He's 2-21, I want to say, in big games. Yeah, this first road game. Yeah, that's right. Beat Texas. Play at Illinois. Woo! It's gonna be a good one. I know Indiana blowed out Illinois, but Indiana's a good team, man. I know Iowa don't have no offense, but if you go into Iowa and beat them at Iowa, Iowa's a good team at home. They got that crowd behind their back. They're a really good team at home. They're the most slept on teams at home. But yeah, their next hardest games are at Michigan, Penn State, at Illinois. Think that could be a sneaky upset at Illinois. Purdue's a better team this year. UCLA sucks. They fired a coach. It's crazy. 3 head coaches are fired this week. I think Billy Napier is going to get fired before the end of the year. And Hugh Freeze for Auburn is going to get fired because they got a rough schedule coming up. Both of them have rough schedules coming up. So, we'll see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please hit the like button down below. And yeah, this is just I'm gonna react to the games, to the NFL games tomorrow probably, because there's still 2 more games tonight. But I'm probably gonna have more videos. Probably gonna have scoring predictions for the next game. For the next games next weekend: Vanderbilt, Alabama, Florida State, Miami. Who else? I can go to it real quick. I think I'm missing somebody I want to say. Another really good matchup. I could be wrong. That's the main ones I know right now. West Virginia plays BYU on Friday night. Clemson, man. What about Clemson this year? Dabo Swinney, and Bill Belichick. I thought that'd be a better matchup that time of the year, but both of them teams, man, I don't know about them. I think them both need to go to the NFL, back to the NFL. Cincinnati's a sneaky good team. They lost to Nebraska barely, but Nebraska's not a bad team. I think Cincinnati could pull off the upset at home. I really do. Georgia and Kentucky, they play. Georgia will handle business at home. Boise State, Notre Dame. I don't know if Boise State's defense is good enough to win that one. Penn State will put a shellac. I don't give a shit where that game is played. Penn State will put a shellacking on UCLA. Yeah, they're going to put a huge shellacking on them. Nebraska, Michigan State's a sneaky game. Texas Tech and Houston should be a ranked game. Both of them are undefeated. That should be a ranked game. I think Houston should be ranked. They're both 4-0. Should be a good game. Both from Texas. I think it'll be a good game. The best game of the week, though, I believe, is going to be Florida State and Miami. I think Florida State's going to play a lot better. That Florida State and Virginia game was a trap game. I think they're going to have a good playing defense. Castellanos, I think, will have a good day on offense. But I think it's going to be really close. Mississippi State, I think, will play good against Texas A&M. But they were playing at home today, so I don't know how that's going to go. I think A&M's defense is better than Tennessee's. But yeah, some good matchups on next Saturday. Another good Saturday, hopefully. But yeah, I'll talk about formations on those probably either Wednesday or Thursday. I know I'll have a video about the NFL games, which I'm really excited about. But I'll wait until tomorrow to show all that. But yeah, welcome to the channel. I'm gonna try to do this every week and talk about games, give my scoring prediction, Heisman contenders, all that fun stuff. I hope y'all have a good morning and take care.